Good morning. I am Jaginder Rana. Topic for our discussion today is role of surveyors. Role of surveyors. Success is always established by the deeds. Success is always established by the deeds one performs. There may be number of ways for achieving this success, but it is certain for a surveyor that he must possess up-to-date knowledge of the subject matter, good negotiation skills, as well as techniques to present his findings, assessment in a manner which can be understood by all concerned quickly and effectively. This all reflects his sincerity and commitment towards the job assigned to him. So there are, just like any other professional independents or freelancers, insurance surveyors are just like any other professional independent or freelancers. But they act as bridge between underwriters and insured in the capacity of, if I say judge, it will not be wrong, because their opinion, conclusion is taken as word from respective underwriters. So with pronouncements of several judgments by various honorable courts directing underwriters to settle the claims based on the survey report issued by very first surveyor appointed by them. This has created much more responsibility on the shoulders of insurance surveyors. Now, realizing them that they cannot afford to be incomplete, the license to act as a surveyor and loss assessor is granted by IRDAI under Section 64 UM of the Insurance Act 1938, where certain allotment of survey portfolios have been prescribed with respect to individuals' qualification. So prior to existence of IRDA, licensing procedure was very simple or did not have any check or restrictions before accepting applications to act as surveyor. But after IRDA came to force, the voice of surveyor's soul institute, that is Institute of Insurance Surveyors and Loss Adjusters, Mumbai, was heard. This institute was making all efforts to make certain stringent entry norms to give insurance industry a true professional, a real surveyor, a revival to the profession of surveyors, understanding the changes with rapid transformation of industry. Now, realizing this, IRDA in consultation with IISA Mumbai redefined complete licensing norms and qualifications so that the insurance industry can get experts in each and every field. For example, earlier even an electrical or civil engineer could do survey of automobile, and even CA were doing this. Now IRDA has defined the allocation of departments to the new surveyors with respect to his qualification, that is For automobile survey, only mechanical automobile engineer is required. Likewise, all the areas of surveys have been duly classified so that in emerging scenarios, surveyors should be groomed with proper expertise to handle the intricacy of the claim. With market as being de-tariffed gradually, the fall in revenue is inevitable, thereby forcing the underwriters to explore new horizons to bring new policy product to extend their arms for those insurance coverage which were never heard. All these products will definitely generate new type of claims. But to handle these claims, the surveyors are required to be more vigilant, updated with latest information, methodologies, and they have to acquire the detailed knowledge of the product as well as concept behind its origin of interacting with experts. Expert studying journals, periodicals like One Insurance Times. So the new entry norms, which includes proper qualification for appropriate class of survey and practical training, were enforced by IRDA, giving a new dimension to surveyors' profession so as to meet the requirement of industry or profession in the changing scenario. Till recently, it is general thought that surveyors should not be called for investigation of the job assigned to them. An approach for appointing different professionals was used, but with more concentration of user or insured. Now it has been realized that one claim, one professional approach has to be pushed forward so that better coordination, handling, and understanding can be developed amongst them to retrieve best information and to unearth the fact and circumstances. So with the development of this concept, the surveyor has to acquire vision and thought to handle claims with instinct of investigator as well. So the responsibility of surveyors has thus been redefined, making them to move few steps further beyond merely loss assessment, which includes examining, inquiring, investigating, verifying, and checking upon the causes and the circumstances of the loss in question, including extent of loss, nature of ownership, and insurable interest. Secondly, advising the insurer and the insured about the loss minimization, loss control, security, and safety measures wherever appropriate to avoid further losses. Then surveying and assessing the loss on behalf of the insured, pointing out discrepancies, if any, in the policy wordings, commenting on salvage and its disposal wherever necessary, advising the insured to complete the claim formalities, processing the claim in view of the policy contract. Now that time has gone and surveyors has to be on toes and to manage all the needs to change his attitude, working style, and give emphasis on technical updates, time management, and quality. So overall, in the emerging scenario, the insurance companies are more and more focused on the acts, deeds, and performance of surveyors because it is he who ultimately represent them all the most critical time of the insured, at the most critical time of the insured. Therefore, surveyors has to be more attentive, caring to the insured and give proper time, patience, hearing to his claim, and in no circumstances react in anger if insured failed to provide proper reasoning answer to his queries. Instead, try to explore the possibilities with every positive note. So here you will see that the insurance surveyors are just like any other professionals or independent freelancers, but they act as bridge between underwriters and insured in the capacity of judge, judge, because their opinion conclusion is taken as words from respective underwriters. So, with pronouncement of several judgments by various honorable courts directing underwriters to settle the claim based on survey report issued by very first surveyor appointed by them. In fact, surveyor is an independent person or an office which is using his expertise to settle the loss or damages suffered by the insured or the policyholder. Surveyors use his expertise to measure the losses, to ascertain the acceptability of the claim, to examine the policy clauses, conditions, and warranties, and then to give his decision on his report about the admissibility of the claim. He is an independent person who is paid by the insurer, of course, but for his expertise. So, surveyor is a bridge between the insured and insurer, and he renders his services at the crucial time when the insured needs his contract to be executed. An insurer is bound to extend the services at the time of claim because the policy is a commitment for the payment of loss. So, insurer, when settling a claim, needs an independent professional, and this independent professional is a surveyor who is giving his report. On the basis of that, the claim is settled, and the amount assessed by him, considering all the aspects of the policy contract, including clauses, coverage, exclusions, terms, conditions. These all things are weighed, considered, and applied by the surveyors in his report. Of course, his expertise is according to his qualification, because licensing is done by the IRDI on the basis of the qualification and experience. So the cases related to his expertise should be assigned to the independent surveyors, so that they can provide their best to the insurance companies. Thank you. Thank you very much.